So in this short video, we're going to look at place value, and we're going to look at the meaning of numbers, the numbers that are described here by the words on this picture. So I'm just going to underline the word decimal, and here's a decimal point. And for this short video, I'm going to focus on the numbers which come after the decimal point. And so these are numbers that are smaller than 1. So our first one we have is tenths. And up here I'm going to write out 1/10. First I'm going to write it out as a fraction, and then I'm going to write it out as a decimal. So there's 1/10. That would be it as a fraction. And then to write it out as a decimal, that is 0.1. And as we see over here, they're one place after the decimal point, and we show that here. The next one then I'm going to underline is hundredths. So I'm going to write 1/100. So that's one part out of 100 parts. And next then I'm going to write it as a decimal. So this time it's going to be 0.01. And as we can see over here, our hundredths are two places after the decimal point, 1 and 2. The next one then I'm going to underline is thousandths. So that's 1/1, 0, 0, 0. And we're going to write that out as a decimal. And this time it's going to be 0.001. And as we can see, that's three places after the decimal point. So 1, 2, 3. Our next one then is 1/10,000th. So this time I write 1/10, small little line, and then 1, 2, 3. So that's 1/10,000th, and then write that as a decimal. So this time it's 0.0001. And again, apologies if the numbers don't look perfect, but I'm writing with the keypad. And so there you are. This short video has looked at the numbers that come after a decimal point, so numbers that are less than 1. First we looked at tenths. We wrote it as a fraction, then as a decimal. Then we looked at 100ths. We wrote it as a fraction, then as a decimal. Next we wrote 1,000ths. We wrote it as a fraction, then as a decimal. Then we wrote 1/10,000. We wrote that as a fraction, and we also wrote that as a decimal. Thank you.